Yeah, drag it off into the distance there. LEG and the Jets, a little thing called Red Corvette right here on WUSC FM. Well, the Box Tops were an American band formed in Memphis in 1967. They're best known for the hits The Letter, Cry Like a Baby, and Soul Deep. And they are a major blue-eyed soul group of the late 60s. They were Bill Cunningham, Danny Smythe, Alex Chilton, John Evans, and our guest this morning, Gary Talley. Good morning, Gary. How you doing?
Morning, Rick. I'm doing fine.
Yeah, you're over there in Memphis, still kind of early over there, right?
No, actually, I'm in Franklin, which is just south of Nashville.
Oh, okay. I know where that is. Yeah. So, you got a big day coming up. You're getting on Thursday, day after tomorrow. You're being inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's a great honor.
Yeah, it is a great honor. And you're one of your mates being inducted at the same time as Aretha Franklin. So that kind of gives you the idea of the quality. so tell me how the Box Tops got together and got formed over there in Memphis in the late 60s.
Well, we were all... I was the oldest one. I was 19 years old, and Alex, the lead singer, was 16. And we were all in different bands. I was in a band called the In Crowd with the original keyboard player John Evans, and then before we changed the name to the Box Tops, we were the DeVilles. That's back when a lot of bands had car names, and we were.
You were the Cadillac.
So when I joined, yeah, right. When I joined the band. It was the DeVilles, and then after recording The Letter, we discovered that we couldn't use that name because it was already trademarked, and so our manager thought of the name The Box Tops, and all of a sudden we were The Box Tops.
Yeah, I was a young DJ just getting started here in Columbia at a local radio station. I thought, Box Tops, what a great name. it's something out there in front of everybody every morning, So
well, we didn't especially like the name at first, but then when the record went to number one, we said, well, it must be a pretty good name.
You stick with it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, then you guys were recording out of the American Sound Studio in Memphis with Dan Penn, Spooner Oldham, and Chip Moman, right?
Yep,
yeah,
that's right.
They were producing your records out there. Did they produce all your songs?
Well, Dan Penn produced The Letter and all the first 3 LPs, and then Chip Moman and Tommy Cogbill produced the last one, and they also produced Soul Deep, which was off of our last LP called Dimensions.
Mm-hmm. And then you stayed together as a band until the early 70s, and then you broke up at that point?
Yeah, Alex and I both quit the band in 1970, and we were the last 2 original members at the time. The other guys had been replaced, and well, we were just tired of being on the road.
I bet you were.
And like so many bands at the time, our manager was a crook, and he was cheating us out of a lot of money. So we were making him rich, and really just wearing ourselves out on the road.
So what did you wind up doing as for work after you left the band?
Well, I started doing studio work in Memphis, playing guitar on different things, and I did an album with Billy Lee Riley, the guy that did Flying Saucers Rock and Roll, and I did some recording with Ace Cannon. And then I went to Universal and I recorded some with Jerry Butler. They call him the Iceman. He's
retiring this next week as a Cook County Assemblyman from the 3rd District up there in Chicago. He was a politician all this time.
Yeah. And another couple of groups. There was a girl group called the 3 Degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah,
anyway, so I did studio work and then I moved to Atlanta in '71, mainly to do more studio work in Atlanta, and so I was in Atlanta during pretty much all of the '70s. I moved to Nashville in '81.
So you never went back to Memphis. You went to Nashville when you left Atlanta.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of studio work available in Nashville as well. Did you do any on the countryside?
Yeah, I did. First thing I did was a Tammy Wynette album, and then I did. I played on WW2 Willie and Waylon 2, and I played on one song on the Don't Close Your Eyes album, and Don't Close Your Eyes. That was another one I played with Keith Whitley. But You Were Always on My Mind. I sung backup on You Were Always on My Mind.
Wow.
Played guitar on one of the tracks on the album.
Are you more comfortable doing a blue-eyed soul or country music?
Well, I like blue-eyed soul better. I mean, if I was going to have to listen to one or the other the rest of my life, I would pick soul music over country. Yeah. But I'm, pretty comfortable with both because I grew up listening to both. And my dad played country, so it's something I've always been familiar with.
So I understand you sang lead on a few of the songs for the hits back in the past. What were those?
No, I didn't sing lead on any of the Vox Top stuff.
Oh, really?
I'm the lead singer now because Alex passed away.
Okay, so now I understand. I see my information says sings lead, so you are talking about the current time. Yeah, Alex passed away. When did he pass away? I'm trying to remember. I know we lost Danny Smith in 16, but or Smythe in 16. But
it was 2010 that Alex passed away.
Alex was here in Columbia doing something at one of the local venues, and several of the other DJs here at WSC got a chance to meet him back in those days. It was a real thrill for them, I tell you that. So your favorite song of the entire Box Tops collection would be, which one is that one?
Probably Cry Like a Baby.
Cry Like a Baby. Okay, we're going to be back with with Gary in just a minute, but in the meantime, we're going to play Gary's favorite song, Cry Like a Baby. Here are the Box Tops. Little Cry Like a Baby action going on there with the Box Tops here on WSC-FM with yours truly, Rick Wrigley. And talking on the phone right now is Gary Talley of the Box Tops, and he was one of the original founding members of the Box Tops. We talked a minute ago, Gary, about the Box Tops breaking up in 1970, but you guys are back together again and touring, as a matter of fact, right now. You pulled it back together because there was a lot of demand for your music.
Well, after Alex passed away in 2010, we thought we weren't ever going to play again, and we, after 6 years of not playing, we decided to give it another shot, and we started rehearsing, and it started sounding pretty good. So we said, well, I think we can do this. And it was strange at first, to play without Alex, and but we've been received really well, and we've been doing some really fun gigs, and it's good to see, when you do those songs, it just makes people smile and makes them happy. So we're
it's feel good.
Like we're doing something good.
Yeah, it's feel good music is what it is, and I mean, it's hard to listen to The Letter or Cry Like a Baby or Soul Deep or even Sweet Cream Ladies without having a smile on your face. I'm not going to ask you on the air what Sweet Cream Ladies was about.
Oh, okay. My mom didn't like that one.
I can imagine she didn't. Yeah. So you guys are touring again, and you got to get out on one of the best tours of music that are from the oldies groups that are out there, the Happy Together tour, put on by the Turtles and all that. You were on the 2017 tour. How was that?
Oh, it was a blast. It was so much fun. I don't think I've ever had any more fun than that.
Yeah.
We just played 48 cities and all over the states, and we got to know, those guys, the Turtles and the Association and the Cowsills and Chuck Negron and Ron Dante, and it was just like a big happy family traveling. So Happy Together tour was the perfect name for it because we were just all having a blast.
Speaking of the Turtles, do you have an update on what's his name? I'm doing a senior thing right now. Not Mark, but the other guy.
Howard.
Howard, thank you so much. How's his health doing these days? Have you heard?
Well, he's recuperating from some really serious health issues. Like, he had back surgery, and of course, he didn't go on the tour this past summer, and
Ron sat in for him.
Ron Dante sat in for him, and I really haven't heard anything in the last few weeks about how he's doing, and I guess we won't know if he's going to be going on the tour next summer until a little bit later. I guess it's a little bit too soon to tell.
Back issues are a big deal for a performer who's standing on stage for hours on end. So So what are you guys? Well, other than the gig coming up on Thursday, which is actually not really a gig, but the award ceremony, what have you got planned with the Box Tops the next little while?
Well, we're really excited about doing the Memphis Music Hall of Fame Awards and being inducted. That's going to be a blast. That's going to be so much fun.
I wish I could be there.
And I wish everybody could be there that wanted to be there too. It would be great. And then we've just got some miscellaneous dates here and there around the country in 2019, and we've got a cruise called the Flower Power Cruise.
Oh,
we're doing that with. It's going to be the first couple of days of April. And we'll be doing that with the Yardbirds.
Fantastic.
And Chuck Negron's on that one too. And I think maybe the Lovin' Spoonful, or they call it the Spoonful now. I think anyway, I can't remember. Actually, I can't remember who all is on that cruise.
Yeah, we usually talk about.
It's going to be in two sections. Like, we're going to be on the second half of the cruise. We're not going to be on the whole thing. We're going to fly down to the Caribbean and meet the ship halfway.
I know folks have been on that cruise, and they say it's just an awesome experience if you to get to kind of like space out completely on rock and roll.
I can't wait. It should be a lot of fun.
That's excellent. So, Gary, I want to thank you for taking the time to call in and be with us this morning. My audience definitely appreciates it. A lot of those folks remember you and the Box Tops, and certainly are. If you're ever in this area, we're gonna get you a big group into your concert hall. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, great. Yeah. I hope we get something in that area. That'd be fun. Yeah. We haven't played there in many years.
Many years. I remember. I'm trying to remember. I think you played at the Township Auditorium like in the late '60s or something. You wouldn't remember a venue like that, but it's
all a blur now. All the stuff we did in the '60s. But I'm sure we played there.
It's like that old joke: if you remember the '60s, you weren't there, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gary, for being with us today. And if you hold on the line, I'll talk to you again about something else unrelated here. But that's
okay, Rick.
That's Gary Talley of the Box Tops right here on WUSC FM.
I'm leaving.